Trust is the bedrock of every
right.
long-lasting relationship. If we don't have a deep and abiding sense of trust, it's very difficult to grow a relationship. So this is an important issue, right?
Yeah, and here's the deal. You know, this is a place to be vulnerable. This is a place to sit down and say, you know, I'm wondering what is creating so much anxiety in you? And is this something between us? Is there something from, you know, your past or your own parents' marriage? What is it that's creating so much fear? I need to understand it, because right now I'm feeling like my life is getting stuck, and we're going to have some negative consequences even for me to be a provider if we can't grow past this.
Yeah, and I can even sense in the spirit of your question that this is something you want to respect your spouse. You want to respect her by even so much as cutting short some opportunities in your career. A lot of guys would just be oblivious to that. But you're very sensitive to it, and you want to do something about it.
Well, it's a tender issue because, look, your wife is fear-based, and fear isn't anything anyone chooses or wants to have, but it can control us if we let it.
Right, exactly. So what can you do?
Well, here's some things you can do. One is you might agree on certain steps. You might agree on just an overnight trip and have some check-in phone calls. You might ask her when is it that she feels the most vulnerable, and, you know, and commit to calling right then. You know, find things that you can do to really assuage her anxiety so that she is feeling more relaxed, but do it in, you know, don't flood with some big week-long trip.
Right.
Do it in small increments. What is it? Baby steps, they say.
Right. But it is true. I mean, just a little bit will go a long way as you begin to grow this experience with her. One practical thing, I know of one couple where he travels a fair bit, and on their computer he has that little camera, so when they talk, it's not just by voice. And I'm thinking of Steve and Than that have perfected this.
That's
because he
right.
travels so much, creates a great deal of trust and respect for each other because of that. And so there's practical things you can do through technology as well.
Yeah, that's right. So you can be proactive, you can find solutions, you can start with small trips. The point is, you don't want to be guided by her fears, but you also don't want to condemn her for having them. Nobody chooses to be afraid. You want to be gentle and have that spirit, but you also don't want to let her fear rule both of your lives, because that's not what was intended in love.
No, you can overcome this and not allow your career to suffer as well.